Hey, let's talk meiosis, independent assortment, and crossing over. So check it out. If you've learned meiosis, or at least the basics of it, you might remember that during prophase 1, you get homologous chromosomes coming together and potentially crossing over or exchanging parts. Chromosome 1 from dad and mom get next to each other, they can swap parts before you pass on that stuff to your offspring. So it's shuffling the genes that you've been given. This is a depiction of what you would see in metaphase 1, where you have the homologous chromosomes lining up along the metaphase plate or the equator. So here I've got pair 1 all the way down to pair 23. Why would that be? Well, it's because we have 23 pairs as humans, or 46 total chromosomes, 23 from mom and 23 from dad. Now let's get to the good stuff. Independent assortment is all about how the chromosomes get lined up in your metaphase 1 and then how you split them. So this is one way they could line up. And keep in mind, this is a two-dimensional board in three-dimensional space within a cell. They can actually be like above and below each other, which saves space when they're lining up. But this is a two-dimensional board, so bear with me. This is one way they could line up. Guess how many different ways you could line up all these chromosomes? Here we go. I'm gonna show you a second way. That's a second way. That's a third way. You can see where this is going. So how many total? It's 2 to the 23rd power. 2 to the 23rd is over 8 million. So there are 8 million different ways you can line these up. That's an amazing amount of variety you can have in sperm or egg. Check it out. 8 million with one man making all the different sperm you can make, times another 8 million with a woman who can biologically have kids with him. 8 million times 8 billion, that's 64 trillion. It's a huge number. You are unique. But guess what? That 64 trillion, that you are one of those options when you were conceived, that's not even taking into account crossing over. If you take into account crossing over, it's not only 64 trillion varieties, we'd probably be getting into the quadrillions of varieties if you take into account crossing over, which means you're very unique.